Last summer, I lost 20 pounds of fat without even planning on it. May, June, July, August passed, and I stepped on the scale and poof, I lost 20 pounds. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get back into my story, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. My purpose with this channel is to simplify your health the best way I can. About a year and a half ago, I took a good look at myself in the mirror and I thought, I want to gain some weight. I've always been pretty fit and lean, and I wanted to see if gaining some weight would help speed up my progress. And after a little while, it went pretty well. It went exactly as planned. I gained some progress, but I also gained a little bit of fat. During that time of realizing I had some fat on me now, I was trying to build my personal training business at my local gym, as well as my online coaching business. This kept me on my feet a lot more often, and I was finding my activity levels were skyrocketing compared to what I was used to by just doing the reception job at the same gym. It was a complete 180 of being used to just sitting at a desk and greeting people coming in the gym and just saying hello, to now being on my feet for hours and hours training people, and my step count was just skyrocketing high. And the whole summer went along like this. I was busy with clients being on my feet there. I was trying to hang out with friends and still have a social life on the weekends, which still resulted on me being on my feet the majority of the time, as well as still just trying to get my own workouts in to continue to build my physique that I dreamt of having. So to no surprise, my summer went like that. It was so quick and I didn't even realize it went by. I start to notice the leaves start falling and autumn has arrived out of nowhere. And honestly, I felt a little lighter too. So I decided to step on the scale and I was shocked. I was 20 pounds down. I went from being 170 to now 150 in a blink of an eye. And being 5'7", that's a good amount of weight that I just dropped, and now I'm back to being lean, which is not a bad thing at all, because what I saw in the mirror was not a bad thing at all either. I was in the best shape of my life and back to being lean, although now I had much more muscle. But what made me lose that 20 pounds of fat in the summer? Well, it came down to two specific things. The first being my activity levels. They were so much higher. My body was used to just sitting at a desk, so when I completely did a whole 180 and went on my feet so much more often, it started burning a lot more calories than it was used to per day. I was averaging something like 5,000 steps per day when working at the desk, but since I started personal training, I started averaging 8,000 to 10,000 steps. And I don't know if you've heard that number before, but 8,000 to 10,000 steps is the goal for a lot of people when you're trying to strive for an activity level to lose weight. 8,000 to 10,000 steps in general is just super helpful for keeping a healthier lifestyle, but if you are wanting to lose weight, that is a great goal to strive for. And the second thing was just that I didn't have the time to eat the same amount of meals I was eating when trying to gain weight. I still had the priorities of hitting my protein goal and making sure I had a good amount of carbs to fuel my workouts, but I was nowhere near the calorie goal that I was when trying to gain a couple pounds. So I just accidentally bumped into a calorie deficit and started slowly losing fat. This wasn't like dropping 10 pounds per week. This was just slowly losing some fat over the course of the summer, and then little did I know I was gonna lose 20 pounds at the end of it because I was just so busy. But you wanna know the good thing? Is that weight that I lost was very little of muscle, because I made sure to keep my protein goal and made sure to keep working hard on my workouts to make sure I was still progressing in my lifts. Since I had those two foundational points, I kept the muscle that I had built and just accidentally lost the fat so I could see what I built. So I'm very grateful for that experience because I'm lean and fit again, but I also have some newfound muscle that I put on during that time of trying to grow. What I want you to take from this video is if you're struggling to lose weight and you're just not sure how to do it, increase your activity levels and eat in a calorie deficit. That will help you lose weight, and if you want to keep the muscle that you have, make sure to hit your protein goal and make sure to progress in all your workouts. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you are looking for online coaching, I always do offer that in the link in bio. You can apply in the questionnaire that I have there, and we can book a call and chat to see if we'd be a good fit. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did like this video.